Happy morning, dear friends. Here's yours, Dr. Rajanta. Welcome to Demystify with Ajay. Today in this session, we are just going to discuss on different type of errors and exceptions that are used in built into Python, and they are raised whenever the Python interpreter encounters some errors. So we can make certain mistakes while writing a program that lead to errors when we try to run it. And here are some of the errors of that. And these error can be broadly classified into two things as like syntax error and logical error. So let me just discuss one by one. And here it is the one Python syntax error, that is the error caused by not following the proper structure. Structure is in the sense syntax, and it is on to that of programming language. So which is said as a syntax error or parsing error. So let me just give an example. See here, dear friends, if we just write a program as like if a is less than 3, and if I just want to make an execution, yeah, it shows an error. Here, the arrow indicates where the parser ran into the syntax error. Yeah, we can notice here that a colon is missing, and if we just execute it by this, yeah, we just get, but here there is an expected and indentation block. So if we just give anything related to us like a block function, yeah, if it is a is less than 3, it has to go into some statement as like print this or print that, like that. You can just make use of it. Yeah. Next, there would be one more error that we can just say. Yeah. Here we are just having one more syntax error, that is we forgot to enclose the string with the parenthesis, and Python already suggests the solution. So here let me just fix it here. So as it is already specified, did you mean that print which is that inside the parenthesis? And see here, dear friends, if we just provide it, and here it is. Okay, next let me just move on to the logical errors. See, errors that occurs at runtime after passing the syntax test, which the error occurs after that, it is just said as exceptional, or you can also say call it as logical errors. For instance, they occurs when we try to open a file for reading, or if the file doesn't exist, or if we try to divide something related with anything as like 0, or try to import a model that doesn't exist. So all these all comes under logical error. Let me just see one by one, dear friends. So first of all, here let me just go with an example. Okay, so here what I just want to give is an error that comes divided by 0, and see here we just got it as 0 division error. So this exact logical, that is anything is divided by 0, it is actually an invalid. So here we are just getting it towards the logical functionality. And see here, dear friends, if I just want to open anything, a file that is doesn't exist, for an example, something as like txt.text, actually that exact file is not here. Okay, so it is not in this folder, even though if we are just giving it in some other file or the path, if the if the file doesn't exist, yeah, we just get the error as like file not found, or no such file or directory is there. Okay, now next let me just move on to the third one, that is an module. That is, see here, dear friends, let me just import a model, that is math. Okay, I just want to import power, and see here, dear friends, there is no function called power in the math module. So if we want to make use of it, yeah, it goes with a different name. Exactly, dear friends. So if we just specify the same with an exact model, see, kindly just have a note of it. POW. So it would exist. So this is how you can just make use of the error functionality. And let me just go with the next one. So Python name error. So we debug the error by defining a variable name. See here, dear friends, we are not going to define anything. If we use without defining it, yeah, we will just get an error that is called as like naming. So this name is not defined. So as you can see from the message itself, the name age is not defined. Yes, it is true that we did not define an age variable, but we are trying to print it out as if we have had declared it. So now let's fix it as by providing it towards, so here we can just give age is equal to 2, and if we just print age, we just get the answer. Okay, now let's move on to the next one, Python index error. See here, dear friends, it is all related to the index. So let me just take it an indexing functionality. So here I'm just going to give an example as the numbers in this is a list. So here I'm just going to give 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just have 5 too. And if I just want to call, I just want to get execute num of 5, and kindly just have a note of it, dear friends. This is a list and num is a list variable. And yeah, of course we know that the index would just starts from 0, and here we are having 5 elements. So if we are just having the 5 element, the index exactly existing index, it would be from 0 to 4. So if we provide 5, we would just get an error that list index out of range. So because the list has only indexes from 0 to 4. So it was out of range. Okay, now next let me just go for module. Yeah, dear friends, we have so many models in this, and if we just provide any model that doesn't exist, yeah, it just throws an error. For an example, if we just see actually previously we have just seen an module max. So if I just give as max, so it is not there. It's not there exactly. See here, dear friends, I have added extra yes to the max deliberately, and module not found error was right. So if we want to fix it, so here kindly just have a note of it. If I just delete onto that, yeah, we just get it. And next comes the attribute. So see here, once on including the module, yeah, we are having the import of max. And so if we just have any module, so if we just want to call for an attribute, and kindly have a note of it, if I just want to call the pi, what it just shows, module max has no attribute pi. So you can just see I made a mistake again. Instead of pi, that is the lowercase pi, I tried to call a uppercase pi from the math module. So pi function from the math module. So it raised an attribute error. It means that the function does not exist in the module. So if I just want to fix it, how I have to? Yeah, it should be in the lower case. And there it is. Next comes the Python key error. And see here, dear friends, when I'm just providing this key, okay, so here we have to provide the existing key. For an example, if I just give the user as my variable, and here for your information, I'm just going to give you a dictionary. Let I just give name. So I just give it in the string. let I just give age, and here I just give a value. And if I just want to get the value of the key, kindly just have a note of it. I have to give the exact key value. Okay, I have to give a exact key value. So if I just didn't provide, so for an example, if I just give what is the name, yeah, I just get it. But if in this case, if I just give the user, and instead of the lowercase age, if I just provide the capital, see here, what it just shows, there was a typo in the exact key which is used to get the dictionary value. So this is a key error, and if you want to fix it, yeah, let's do it directly by providing the lowercase, and we just get it. Fine. Next, moving on to the type error. And see here, dear friends, what is this type error is in the sense, actually it is related to the data type. And see here, when we just make use of some concatenation or summation. So here I just want to make 6, it is an integer, and I just want to add it with a string 3. So hope, yeah, from this itself you are able to identify, yeah, this is not possible. Yeah, actually it is a type error is raised because we can't add a number to a string. The first solution would be you have to convert both the thing as like an integer or both the thing to be as a string. Okay, let me just fix it in the both the way. So here if I just want to make as like 6 and plus 3, yeah, we just get it as like a integer 9. Or if I just want to make the same thing both as like a string, I just get 63. So the result then would be 63. So this is how you can just make use of it. And next comes the one value error. So see here, dear friends, when you just want to have an integer value or any other thing. So here literally let me just put a value. So if I just want to make a value towards int of 9, what it just gives, yeah, I just get the value as like int of 9. And if I just want to make something int of a, so here it just specify a literal of integer. So we can't change the given string to a number which is in the base of 10. So because a is a letter in the exact value. So if I just want to make it towards it, yeah, I have to provide it. If it is an integer, I have to just provide it is in the value that cannot be changed onto that. And lastly, there are so many legal exceptions are there. And here I just have a small scroll onto that. Kindly have a look onto this, dear friends. And these are some of the common built-in exceptions in Python programming. And here I have just specified along with the error that caused them. And here it is the list. So hope you have enjoyed the session. Thank you, dear friends.